Well, I mean, I'm from Chicago, and I come from a pretty large family. I just wanted to have that same kind of foundation that I grew up in, because family is really important to me, and the bond and the camaraderie of family, because that's something that, lasts forever.
I had gone across the street to the gas station to purchase money orders on my lunch break. When I came back, running late, I had just slipped the money orders into like the middle console so it would be out of sight. All the other doors were locked except for the driver's side door. At the time when I came in from noon, when I was done at 5, I could not find them anywhere. So
The money orders had our rent, and the other money we had, we were going to pay our heating. We spoke to our landlord. They gave us an ultimatum of either paying the rent within like a week or being evicted.
we had tried to do everything that we could. We've gone, through Dakota County, but basically we're outside the income guidelines for a 3-person family to meet any kind of help at all. With the rent being stolen, we had, trying to do everything we could first to get the rent covered so we have a roof over our head. The electricity, in the meantime, our extension had ran out, and the electricity was shut off.
I mean, we living in here with a 7-year-old daughter. We eating out of coolers. We had coolers there. It was just hard for me as a man just coming home and looking at my family on this couch, and we living out this room, with we didn't know where to turn, man. We were just like, whoa, well, the last resort was I think I had seen a flyer for the Salvation Army about the HeatShare program. The first thing she did, she walked me through step by step. She said, well, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna try to get your court date extended, try to see how we can do it. And so I said, well, now that we got the extension, which we would have never got without her advice, we said, well, we can pay the rent. And she says, well, I'll pay your heating if you guys pay the rent. And man, that was like music to our ears. She simplified. With all this chaos that was going on around me, it was so nice to have somebody just simplify it. Just be like, hey, take a deep breath. Everything will be okay. They didn't make us feel like a number. They made us feel like actual people who were in a bad situation, just needed some help. We went back to Patty after we got out of court. She paid our rent, our lights that day. And we picked up our daughter from school, and she came home. We saw our porch light on. And that was the first time in 13 days we had lights.
Things happen to families, and you don't have to be ashamed to ask for help, because you never know what's out there until you ask for it. And we went to the Salvation Army, and they listened to us, and they listened to our story.
When you're living paycheck to paycheck, man, I don't take it for granted anymore that, that's you one paycheck from being homeless. And that's a scary feeling, especially when you have kids. If I'm by myself, it's one thing, but when you're looking at your 7-year-old daughter and you don't know what to tell her, or she's asking why the lights are out, or we gotta move and things like that, man, there's some answers that I don't want to have to give, and I'm glad that, Salvation Army and Patty them allowed me the opportunity not to have to explain those situations to my daughter,